What's up, guys? Welcome to Dream Within. It's your boy B Chat and my co-host
Lady T.
Today we're going to talk about the infamous Katt Williams interview with Shannon Sharp. I'm just going to give my take on it, and everybody's talking about it, so I just decided I'll just talk about it real fast, tell you my thoughts on it and what I got from it, and what the internet has gotten from it as well. So, what do you think?
I wanted to ask you, what was your opinion of the interview?
I would say my opinion of the interview was based on, like I said, Katt Williams wanted to break down his truth on people coming on Club ShayShay. And if you didn't see it, go to Club ShayShay with Shannon Sharp. He wanted to break down what people was talking about on their interviews. Like, for example, Steve Harvey got on there and talked about how he didn't have time to have to do any comedy. And he tried to, he pretty much said, you wasn't doing comedy before you even got all this stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So, and then also he also broke down a lot of other stuff going on. But then he also exposed people like Cedric the Entertainer talking about how he didn't write his stuff and he was stealing people. He stole his line. Mm-hmm. He stole his joke.
Right.
Which was the one on Kings of Comedy when he was in the car. He was Katt Williams was spaceship. Katt Williams was in a car, but his was a spaceship.
Okay.
So he said he stole that, and they talked about it supposedly. I don't know. We don't know the whole thing. He said they talked about it, but then he get on there and said that he didn't, because Shannon Sharp actually asked him about that. When he did an interview with Cedric the Entertainer, he asked him about, did you steal his thing? He was like, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even line up. So he broke that down. Then he talked about Ricky Smiley with the situation with the Friday. Ricky Smiley said that he was supposed to play
the
pimp and all that. But
there was a back and forth between the Santa role, right?
Yeah, as if Katt Williams was supposed to be the Santa. And Katt Williams was like, I wasn't no Santa. Nobody's Santa. Come on. I auditioned for that part, and that's it. I never had a Santa. Another thing was, it always him and Kevin Hart, so that's just regular. So that's not even nothing new. I didn't really expect nothing from that. I'm sure a lot of people was like, oh, him and Kevin Hart is like, yeah, okay.
But that's just a casual thing they already had? Yeah,
they've always had a beef. It's known. Like, they both really don't really like each other. And it shows all the time. They don't have nothing positive to say about each other. Like, Kevin Hart goes down.
Kevin Hart kept it short and simple, though, in terms of his response.
But he has his little jabs when he was putting, why, like the response, his response was, hey, do you pay attention to the circus?
Right.
Do you just watch it? You watch the circus, right? You don't comment on the circus. That was his response to it. So, but like, it was a little jab, but it's like, you ain't say nothing wasn't true.
I think it could go both ways. I don't know.
It could.
I don't really know about the history of
it. It could, like I say, and that's why the people are seeing it that view. Like, these people are not getting on here like, that ain't true. That ain't it. Nah, man. But then again, would you want somebody to do that? Would you want him to be like that? Then you're gonna say he's unprofessional and he's not whatever. But reality, these people are not saying this stuff is not true. Somebody like Steve Harvey, he said that he had a man unit on his head, like with all that straight hairline. He said that was a wig.
Oh my God.
But people have broken it down and said, like, yo, they watched the Steve Harvey's earlier sets, right? When he had hair and all that, right?
Okay.
And then you could see like that his line was thinning out. No,
I
really.
got too much time.
It was really thin. People, come on, the internet will expose you.
Oh yeah, I know.
If you sit here, and they could go back to whatever, and you got away with it,
right?
But you ain't really get away with it.
I could have died for that. He got away with it, but he ain't get away with it.
Because you go to the internet now, you're not gonna do that. They're not gonna go for that. These fans gonna go and find that footage.
Oh yeah.
and they gonna find it. They're gonna dissect it, and that's what's happening right now. So that's why
But they
people
do
are getting
that to have
exposed.
something to talk about, though.
But what I'm saying, this is a different era. Back in the day, man, he gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get away with stuff like that. Even when the internet just first started, people got away with that stuff. They didn't look into it. They just like, they'll watch something, they'll
That's
see
true.
something on the internet real fast and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. All right. They was more gullible back then. Now,
Yeah.
they will search you and,
Do your
oh no, that's
research.
not right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna expose this. I'm gonna tell him. People literally, they tell people stuff so that they can get on the air and say it. They'll email these celebrities and all that stuff and give them stuff to do.
And this is why I don't regret.
See, I know that-
I don't regret going into the music industry because I only imagine.
See, I know that from something as little as like, cause I watch battle rap, but a lot of the battlers will say that people will literally send them emails and text messages, and not text messages because they can't get to them. So they'll DM them and say that they got stuff on them, and then they looking at some of the stuff, and they be like, they mans in them. Somebody who maybe they wronged or something.
Oh,
He
dang.
did this, he did that. So when they battling, they'll be like, yo, he
So that's
this,
how they
that,
get their
he
information.
did that. Sometimes, but some of them choose not
I
to
always
use
wondered
that.
that.
Some of them choose not to use that. But there are people who have used that stuff, and that's how they exposed a lot of these people. So what I'm saying, the internet is access. So if somebody want to do somebody wrong, they can just let them go on the internet and find out and look and compare this, compare that. Oh shoot, this happened. Oh, back in the 1990s, and now they got the footage on the internet. Now they looking like, oh, you got me. What I'm gonna say to that one? Where my publicist at? I need somebody to clear this up. So, end of the day, I just say that this interview was it was entertaining for those people who don't, we don't know none of this stuff is true or not. But for them not to say nothing, like they just say little things, little smart remarks or whatever, not answering. Sometimes not saying something can be seen as the truth, I'll say. But
You don't think it could just be like, I'm not about to waste my energy on this?
that's why I said sometimes it can be seen that
Yeah,
way.
depending on, I hear you,
And
depending
because
on what it is.
some people want you to react, like they want you to be like, like I talked about earlier, they want you to be like, that ain't me. I don't do that. I don't steal. I don't do that. I don't, because he's talking about a whole lot of people. It's not just them. He's talking about the Illuminati and all this stuff. You gotta watch it.
I didn't watch the full thing.
So, not even that. He just wanted to real briefly. That was talking about Luda. But
Well,
the
one last
Illuminati-
question before you end. I want to know what made him stand out from other people that have gone
on the show.
through interviews. Like, what made him stand out? It's other
Well,
people that went on and exposed people.
The main
like,
thing was, I would say, it's because a lot of these people are relevant, and sometimes when people expose people, they're not as relevant as these people.
that's
are.
true.
These are people who are like out there, like, and they talking on stuff, and they doing this, and they doing that. They got shows, they got this, they got that. So if it was just like a couple people that's got a little, maybe you had one person like, say you talk about Kevin Hart, right? Boom, okay, we expect that. Then you talk about Steve Harvey, okay, maybe you didn't know. But then you start talking about all other people and adding this in and how this person did this, and then now it's a complete exposure, you know what I'm saying? And they sat there for 2.5 hours, more than 2.5 hours talking about that. So
that's crazy.
that was like, what, 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like I don't know
yeah.
100%. But to even now, so all these people watched it, and now it's at 48 million already. 48 million. It wasn't that long ago.
I know.
And people is making money off of this, man. They talking about this like
Oh,
crazy.
yeah,
on
they're taking
YouTube.
it to their own platform, like what we're not making money off. Of,
No,
but
but-
they're taking it to their own platform.
Like I said, and then I'm just brushing on it. I'm talking
Yeah.
about it real fast, but I don't care about it that way anyway. Other people, they do. They get they getting, some people getting like just as much, like not a million, but they getting like, so if you have a big platform, you getting like thousands of people just wanting to see what you think
Yeah.
about it.
We just like to, you and I just like to talk. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
about that.
It ain't even about that. But end of the day, I'm gonna end it by saying, it's a lot of gossip going on, people exposing people, this and that. I just say, as long as you're doing things right, man, and you're always gonna have the haters. So even if they lying on you, they telling you this, oh, you did this, you did that, man. sometimes it's better to be quiet, but sometimes it's better to just address it real fast and be like, you know what? I don't know what this guy talking about. I do things by the book. I do what I have to do. You're gonna have my haters out there, and just gonna tell you guys, I don't have nothing to do with what he's talking about. But if he want to keep on spreading that, that's on him. I don't do that. That's not me. That's whatever, and that's what people kind of waiting on people to say, rather than because some people be like, I don't have to say nothing to him. But reality, you are you. I see it as like you need to maybe sometimes just be like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys what's going on. This guy's been around here for years. If that's really not true, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's been around for years talking about the same stuff.
Yeah.
All he want to do is badger me about this and that. You know, sometimes it's best to just do that. Because people be quiet. "Oh, I ain't saying that. But now you got the whole world thinking that you did this. Why you doing these little brief things? Jabs, brief jabs. And he's a strong voice.
Yeah, he is.
It's not like he's a nobody. Like, if it's some nobody, then you'd be like, all right, we ain't saying nothing to him. But end of the day, I just want people to just do what they got to do. Continue to strive to be great. And don't let anybody take you down. Whether they trying to expose you, they trying to do anything. Just continue to do the positive things that you've been doing. And keep on going. Keep on driving. And we talk to you later.